Roots is not ES.
No.
Roots. Going back to our Rudies, we're talking about DY, and we're going to tell you about all the history and where it's come from and where we are now. Our motherland DY. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Oh, look at this.
Hey Billy, how do you spell roots?
If it's wrong, Siri got it wrong. I was in the car. I said, Siri, we're going back to our roots this morning in DY.
Well, you've written Rudies.
Well, we are.
Roots. But guys and girls, we are in an incredible part of Sydney this morning. We are by the beach in our homeland, our motherland, DY, where I personally was schooled one suburb away at Cromer High School. The hill that you're looking out to is where I was brought up, which is Cootes Crescent, Coleroy, that hill there. And 46 years of age, it is very, very close to my heart and a lot of other people's hearts. And we're going to talk about the beauty, the flora, the fauna, the everything, including the real estate in DY this morning. So, Billy, where do we start?
Well, we're both DY enthusiasts, and I think it's important to know a little bit. You don't have to be an expert on the history, but you have to know a little bit about the history. So we're going to talk about where they got its name from. First of all.
All right, so we're 18 kilometres, officially 18 kilometres north of our CBD, which is pretty cool. You know what a big thing I love about DY Beach, and I've got a client that's coming from Bondi Beach and they're going to DY Beach, and I was standing on the balcony on a property at DY Beach, and I said to the client, have a look out, Bondi Beach, and don't bash me up on this, not even Manly Beach is as beautiful as DY. Like look at that stretch of ocean, that coast. Look at the beautiful reef going out there. Now Bondi Beach is pimpled with buildings, and Manly is pimpled with buildings, but this beach isn't.
That's it. It's got a lot to offer here. You can see pretty popular for surfers. You do get a nice wave here. You do get a sheltered swim here. The pool is just around the corner over here. I might take you for a walk down this way as we're talking. But what I thought was interesting is DY's name came from an Aboriginal derived word, Dyson.
The Guringai people.
The Guringai people. They made up the word Dyson Jing, which means the place of the cottonwood thin trees, or the place of big fish, which doesn't surprise me because there is some pretty good fishing around DY as well.
And place, D means meat or flesh, and Y means water. So there could be also a translation of place of fresh water.
Yeah, right.
That lady finds it funny in the background.
Yeah, so I'm meeting the DY locals. So this is the pool, DY pool, sea pool.
Yep.
Seawater comes in, gets trapped, and creates a nice 25-meter swimming pool for the locals. And the council cleans this, I think, once a week.
It's pretty amazing. Like it's these coastal pools, there's not a lot. You technically wouldn't be able to build these coastal pools any longer, which is interesting. I think for the environment, you're not going to be digging into the coast and concreting into the coastline, into the water any longer. So pretty much these pools are that have been made are very, very rare, and you're not going to see them built, new ones built any longer.
Yeah, true. And I think they're most popular on the East Coast. I haven't seen them too much on the West when we were over there.
Yep. Hey, Billy, what do you reckon a house is worth behind you? I sold that house right there. See that one there? Run right at the top. That run. I sold that one right at the top. Top. Left.
one?
Left. The other way. My left. Stop. That one. I sold that house right on the point. It's called Eden Rock. It would be regarded as probably one of the biggest reputation properties in DY. It is incredible. Sold that for 4.3 about 10 years ago now, so it's probably a $10 million property today.
You see that one there? That one there. That one went to auction on Saturday with a guide of $7 million and didn't sell it, I think.
Yeah, right. So tell us more about DY, Billy Bob.
So it first came onto records in the 19th century. I thought another really interesting thing about DY, and you'll only know this if you are a true local, whenever you're searching DY, sometimes you get DY, and the other version you get is DY Beach. Now, I only learned this morning, but the reason you get DY Beach sometimes is because a big landowner, James Jenkins, he subdivided his land in the 19th century, and that's why you sometimes find two names appear on your search engine. So on realestate.com, that's why you get DY Beach.
It's interesting now, the prices on DY. So, Billy, what do you got there? Uniblock?
Yes, I'm on Monash Parade at the moment.
So these are studios behind us. They look straight out to the ocean. The studios are circa 1 to 1.5 mil. Sorry, the one bedders. The one bedders are circa 1 to 1.5 mil. The studios are circa 800 grand. They're tucked on the other side. They don't get as much of a view. And then the two bedders there are probably around $2 million, 2.5.
They're great properties, and I love how the body corporate here have changed the block completely. They've really spruced it up. But yeah, you've got some pretty hot real estate down here. There's some older over this side, fishermen's cottages, big blocks. There's not many of them left, but they transact for some pretty big money. And they sort of have dual street access from either side.
Hey, Elaine. Hey, can you show us where the restaurants and coffee shops are? So this is a massive culture for DY Beach. It is. Yeah. There's not many DY. So you know, there's about 15 beaches on the northern beaches, which extend from Manly up to Palm Beach.
Yep.
Maybe about 15. Of the 15, it's very hard geographically and to get coffee shops, restaurants onto a beach. Very hard.
True. Guys, you won't be able to see it, but there is fish jumping out of the water just here. Just where that swimmer is. Fish jumping out of the water. They're so excited to live in DY, they can't contain themselves.
So, Billy, show us the cafes and restaurants while you're walking there. So it's very hard to get these, because a lot of that coast is there's a lot of cliff top, and where there are beaches, there's a lot of bush. So it's quite hard to get that sort of bang. There's the ocean. Manly does it well. You've sort of got Manly on the beach there. You've got a little bit in Collaroy but not much. Maybe one facility which is on the beach in Collaroy. Narrabeen, you've got a big sandbank. Mona Vale, you don't have it. Warriewood, you don't have it. So that on the beach culture, dining, restaurant, DY is very, very important for the northern beaches. Now, the northern beaches has 100,000 homes, over 200,000 people. So when they want to gravitate to the beach, they want to have a nice meal. This does a lot of heavy lifting on DY Beach.
Yeah, and you've got everything on the beach. You've got everything from a $4 coffee takeaway to an ice cream to a really fancy meal to Thai to Indian. IGA's down here now. there's been some big investment from these guys to have this strip of shops that I'm about to show you cater to everyone, and literally come off the sand 50 meters shops. So hard to find.
Well, it doesn't really happen Balmoral in your North Shore. It's not really a beach. So it's very, very hard. And Sydney, I think if you go south of Sydney, your first proper beach would be Bondi. And then there's then you got Coogee, Bronte and stuff like that. There's actually, if you think about how many cracker beaches that you can dine on and enjoy the beach, there's probably only about a handful. There's maybe Cronulla, which is a lot further south of our city. So DY is important.
It's true. I have to say this is regarded as DY Beach Park regarded as one of the nicest spots to eat for picnic. Great for a first date. Great to bring the family. There's barbecues down here as well, which I don't know if that's normal for a council to provide, but it is here. Free barbecues. And,
Billy, you know how you talked about first dates.
Yeah.
I did a lot of first dates in that car park where you were just walking in.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's very easy to park up.
Like to roll up, have your lady in your car, have a bit of a chat, maybe before you go out. So look, let's go look at the ocean. I do it with Lisa all the time now, and it's
so it's still working after what 30, 20 years of marriage. Wow.
No, I just made that up. I don't do it much, but yeah, it's good for the youngins to get up there and sit in the car, you have a bit of a chin wag, look out to the ocean. It's exhilarating.
It's a great spot. What else can I tell you about DY?
Ask a local, Billy.
Well, ask a local. It's always been slightly more dense suburb than the rest of the beaches, but also loved for that reason.
Ask a local why they love DY.
Oh, Mark, you've been here 40 years. Why do you love DY?
Passion dash DY. Why do I love DY? I don't know. I sort of don't know anything. I don't know anything else. I just ended up there and just never left. My parents took me to. Why did my parents go to the beaches? I don't even know why. Mum and Dad. Mum was in the farms in Warriewood. Dad came from overseas. Why did he choose DY? I think because of there was a lot of Serbs. Mum and Dad are Serbian background, and there was a big congregation of Serbians, and there was like a church, and then they sort of just built upon that. So I think immigrants coming to Sydney, they like that it's safe, they like that it's cheap, because you can just get a 1-bedroom unit or a 2-bedroom unit, and there's a lot of them, and it's a great place to start their family. So it's just safe. I think that's because we do have a lot of waves of immigration, and a lot of them go straight to DY. Nepalese in the last probably 5 years. Yeah,
it's true. It's got one of the best sort of multicultural setups, from the food to the people. It literally offers something for everyone.
Hey, Billy, grab a local. Grab a local, Billy. Don't be scared. You can do it.
There's a really attractive lady walking towards me. It's quite scary.
Yeah, just say, excuse me. Why do you love DY? Don't be scared. If she doesn't want to go on camera, that's fine, because we can hear her.
I'm gonna grab this.
We can hear her.
She's not got headphones in.
Don't be scared, Billy.
Excuse me. For our camera this one, can you just tell us why you love DY? We've got a beach goer. Swimming.
They're swimming.
And it's not too touristy. Yeah, all locals.
And it's not too touristy.
Lives in Manly for 6 years. Bothered with all the tourists. Comes to DY, it's all locals.
Well, there you go. I guess all the tourists bang into Manly, and then when they settle down in life, they'll sort of end up in DY, the burbs. They don't get all that riffraff. Better. Anyone else you want to interview there?
No, the guy doing the gardens looks really hard at work, so I'm not going to bother him.
Ask him, get him, chase him, Billy. Chase him. He's on a 0 turn. I've got one of those 0 turns. Ask the surfer.
No,
Where's the 0?
we bothered. We bothered enough DY locals this morning. Someone with a coffee.
Rampaging. There's another person. Look, there's another lady there in the black top. Ask her. Chase her. Can we do one more?
Everyone's just getting their day going.
Can we do one more?
There's a lady.
Why do you love DY?
I'll ask.
Go ask her.
The dog coming.
Just bear in mind we can't hear them well, so you got to repeat what they say.
I'll ask.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask.
You could get a girlfriend doing this, Billy.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother your morning. Can you tell us why you love DY on camera? No. Doesn't want to tell us.
What about off camera?
No, we're gone. Disappeared.
Wow,
but
she was really aggressive.
From what I gather, she loves it because she can take the dog with her. Just go for a nice walk in the morning.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, thank you for the tour of DY Beach and the history lesson.
Pleasure. I'm also not going to interview this lady, but she's painting. She's doing some painting.
Wow. Can you show us?
Doing some painting. You see that?
What is she painting?
Japanese writing.
Wow. I can't think of anything. It sounds very therapeutic to be able to go to the beach at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and just paint. I would love that. I actually got the highest respect for people. I've got the highest respect for people that that enjoy that experience.
Absolutely. I'll tell you why I love DY as well. Is there's a price point for everyone here. You can go from a studio apartment at $500,000 to a $10 million home on the beach on the headland, but everyone enjoys the same amenities. That's why I love DY.
Yeah. It is a healthy place to live and only 37 minutes to the CBD. Billy, thank you for taking us for the crash course on DY Beach.
Pleasure. Thank you for being the DY local and with your information.
And ladies and gentlemen, Harry Triggerboff from Meriton built his first uniblock ever. He built that in DY. He built that in Pacific Parade, and it still stands, the building. DY has 9,500 units. DY had 8,600 units 10 years ago, so it's grown about 10% over the last 10 years, much less than what people think because they're seeing all the building on the main road. Capital growth in DY is about double every 10 years, which is on point, on spec with every other suburb around us and a lot of suburbs in Sydney. A rental in DY for a one-bedder is about $5 to $550 per week. For a two-bedder, $650 to $750, and for a townhouse house, that's $950 to $1,100. And good price points, good schools around the northern beaches that you can pivot from DY. You can get to Chatswood in about 15 minutes from DY, and they're talking about doing a beeline bus to Chatswood, not just the Sydney CBD that we have. We have a $4 billion over 5-year hospital built now on the northern beaches called the Northern Beaches Hospital. And you know what? It's just a winner.
All said. And great surf, great coffee, happy place. Just
good
a
breaks.
very, very happy place. Yeah.
It's a little bit of Byron Bay in the city. Like, it's got that little bit more relaxed vibe compared to the east. I've lived in the east for 20 years. I've lived in the beaches for 20 to 30 years, and it's a good comparison to both. And I can say it's a much more chilled and very productive, smart people, clean living, safe place to be. DY, oi, oi, oi.
There you go. That's Meet Your Local Suburb, guys, Tuesday morning.
See you, Billy Bob. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
See ya.